Hello, this is Jessica Leach with the group Perfect Pitch. Today we're here to do an informative interview with Maura, who works for a Veterans Hospital. Are you ready?
Sure, fire away.
Alright. So question 1 is, what types of training do companies offer to those who enter this field?
Okay, my particular field, you need a wide variety hospital background. You need to know scheduling. You need to know about different aspects of hospital transfers between different types of hospitals. You need to know eligibility for the, if I'm in a veterans hospital, there's different eligibility for the veterans. You know, to know a little bit about billing, appointment management, be right up your alley. There's lots of different things that come at you. You've got to be really quick thinking, think quick on your feet. You also work with our police a lot.
You also work with psych patients too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, we cover both the medical aspect of the hospital, the eligibility, psychiatric. Yeah, we're based out of the emergency room right at the front, so you never know what comes at you.
Okay. In what ways has your occupation been changing?
And we're getting larger, so we're getting a lot more work. They're not hiring anyone else. It's getting more technical, so there's a little bit more computer training.
Okay. So, I guess that kind of answers on how quickly is the field growing.
Due to the recent war we've just been in, we have lots more veterans. We've done big Marine Corps musters to increase enrollment. We have all kinds of construction. We're very, we've been expanding our particular healthcare system. And I do believe the one I'm at, I think we're the second or third largest in the nation, so we have quite a lot of patients.
Oh, okay. Could you possibly estimate future job openings?
In my particular job?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's only 4 of us, so there's at least one person close to retiring. Within the healthcare system itself, there are several job openings, and probably will be more since we have been growing.
Okay. What precisely do you do? Like, what are the duties, functions, and responsibilities of your job?
Well, as the administrative officer of the day, they tend to call us the after-hours boss. We are the directors, acting director after hours. We take over for our case managers, pre-admission screening. We become the travel department. Lead out all appointments. Kind of supervises for our inpatient clerks. We're responsible for all of the other centers under our healthcare system, along with all of our clinics, any issues that come up. And we take care of the emergency room.
Okay.
And I'm probably forgetting things. But all the engineering issues, anytime something breaks, it's on us too.
Oh, Lord. What hours do you normally work, and is there any overtime or work on the weekends? I already know this one.
Since we're after hours, we always work the weekends. There are no holidays. I work every single holiday. Right now I work a combination of swing shift and then graveyard. I've been on all graveyard. I've done swing shift and day shift. Only on the weekends, the only time you'd have us still on. Sometimes you work double shifts, almost triple, so you too can live like this.
What systems are in place if you have a problem or conflict and you can't solve it on your own?
we're expected to solve it on our own. That's why we're in this job. Do that thorough screening they give us. If you do have some other problem, you can call. We could call our supervisor at home. We could call different chiefs of different services at home. Yeah, we have access to every employee's home phone numbers. And you also have the police, because there are certain issues, certain patients, they have different issues that you may need to call them. I mean, I have taken a machete away from a patient who wanted to kill anybody, and anyone would do.
Alrighty. What do you like and not like about working at your job?
What do I not like? Some of the reports can be they are tedious. Some of them. There's some repetition that after you've done it for a while, like I have, it's a little boring. However, there's always things that come up. I work with a lady who's been doing this job for probably 13 years, and there are still things that come up that she's never had come up before. So in some aspects, it's never quite boring. You're always learning a lot. You learn a lot of the medical things. As healthcare changes and evolves, you have to stay updated. That aspect is not boring. You never know what's going to walk through the door.
Okay. So you find your job exciting or boring then, and why?
From the emergency room aspect, that part's exciting. There are lots of different viruses and things that are coming up these days, or things some of our recent vets are coming back with that are very different. They're helping you discover. There's a lot of research done at my facility. As I said, I've taken a machete away from someone. We do have there's a lot of homeless, substance abuse people. They can be interesting to deal with. We also take care of the morgue after hours and release bodies or sign bodies in. You have to do identification process. So you can't be too squeamish. And people can come in and look at my wound and blood starts squirting all over the place. So I gave a patient a pen the other day, and psychiatric patient just touched him with the pen. He starts screaming to me, "Now I made the bugs start crawling again. They're on me." So not boring.
Definitely doesn't sound boring. What projects have you worked on that have been particularly interesting?
We keep changing our process of how to deal with the patients from the moment they walk through the ER door, how to streamline it, get them seen quicker. That was kind of fun. I know it doesn't seem a lot of fun timing this and timing that, but really it is. And when you get something that works out better, you gotta help with it. That's satisfying.
How does your time use vary? Are there busy and slow times, or is the work activity fairly constant?
Well, right now, since we're short a person, we've been short for 6 months. I do most of my work alone at the moment. I think almost every day now has been busy. If you get any downtime, it doesn't last very long. Maybe an hour or two.
That must make it go by quick.
We have been increasing Obamacare. Everybody has to have insurance. We're very busy.
To what extent does this job present a challenge in terms of juggling work and family life?
Yes, as we work on the holidays, that can be a problem when families get together. If If anyone else has a problem, you're not allowed to desert your post. You have to stay so you can be there. Since there's a lot of double shifts that can happen, unplanned for. You also bring home viruses. I think I have also caught a super infection twice now. I've brought them home before when you and your sister were younger and have passed on infections that I didn't get that were only found in hospitals. So there are those aspects that are not fun.
What are the major frustrations of this job?
The workload. Sometimes the patients, we do get a lot that are a tad bit I'm going to call them unreasonable. They want a lot. And I would not go into where I get my health care and go, yeah, I'm here early, or my bride had to leave for something, so you got to put me up. But we get a lot of that, and when you start telling them no, or some different aspects like that, they get very irate and holler and scream for things, and that's where our police come in very handy.
Sounds like a lot for one person to do on their own.
The entire hospital is up to us, and we cover all the way up. I think up close to San Bruno, and we go all the way out to Sonora. So we're a very large area to cover. And we do have vets that fly in from across the country because we are the big polytrauma center.
How well did your college experience prepare you for this job?
How long was my what?
How well did your college experience prepare you?
Well, since I had taken medical assisting, I had a little bit of occupational therapy and a little bit of nursing background. And I had an interest in, yes, all the gross little medical things.
Like that lamb brain on the sleepover.
Yes, dissected lamb's brains. I mean, that helped out. I mean, when I first started, I didn't start out in this job. I think you would have to have worked in the healthcare system for a little bit first to learn how a lot of the areas work, learn the computer system. It just changed a lot. But yeah, to do the appointments, some time management. You need to know how to do with your time or you will die in this job. You do have reports that are time sensitive no matter what else is going on around you. You have to keep your cool. And also you don't want to freak out over any things that aren't. It can be a little bit gross.
Alright. In what way did this type of work interest you and how did you get started?
Well, I'm just one of those people, always been interested in the medical field, different aspects. And to be honest, part of why I applied for this particular job was that it was different hours, as I had family obligations that came up. But actually, it's been a good experience overall. And you have to know how to make decisions quick.
Comes with the territory of being a mom.
Sure hope is right. And you must be able to multitask like crazy.
Power gained by a single parent.
Have good memory.
Okay, what were the keys to your career advancement?
To getting to the job?
Mm-hmm.
I'd done different jobs within the healthcare system. Kind of like pieces of puzzles. I like to see how different areas work and maybe help with ways they can work together better. actually learning different areas all helps prepare you for this since you take over for so many different areas. And even then, there's still a lot I didn't know. I've worked in the inpatient areas as a unit clerk. So I learned how some of the inpatient work, the on-call systems. I worked in the telephone appointment setting, problem solving, learned some brief registration. Worked over in spinal cord injury, it was more specialized. Covered an outpatient clinic over there as part of my other admin duties.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In my grave. They don't hire more people. Work is going to kill me. I tell you how much overtime I've had lately. And the increase, and there's a little bit more violence potential as patients walk in. That will be the first ones I run across. That's a little scary, but keep your cool. Keep your wits about you, I should say.
What's the dress code there? Is it conservative or casual? And does the company have like dress down of casual days?
Well, technically they have dress down Friday where people can wear their jeans. My Friday is Wednesday. We can pretty much wear anything we want in our particular area. I wouldn't wear, tore up jeans or anything too low cut.
Or with offensive writing.
Oh yeah, we're not allowed to wear anything with any kind of writing on it. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, I used to dress up more in that job, but once you get, I've had people come in really drunk trying to grab you over the desk and they vomits all over them and people coming squirting blood at you and stuff. You tend to not want to be too dressed up. Plus, if somebody comes in and they might start to have a seizure or start to feel faint, you're trying to grab them. You don't want to be in heels and kind of teetering and fall with them. Not a good thing.
Yeah, that could be dangerous.
Be practical.
Would you be willing to answer more questions by phone or in person if I needed additional advice in the future?
Sure.
Okay. And do people in your department function fairly autonomously, or do they require a lot of supervision and direction?
Autonomously. If we needed a lot of supervision, we would not have been hired for this position. You have to be able to interpret hospital policies, make decisions, stand by them. A lot of the time, there are people you can call for questions. A lot of the time you may not get them, or they expect you to already be able to figure this out.
So you're more the solution
we are the boss.
finder.
People bring us other problems that they can't handle, even our police, and go, here's the boss. Don't handle it. Whatever they tell you, that's it.
A lot of responsibility. Okay.
Not always fun. Sometimes it can be a lot of fun. Sometimes it's not.
Okay, well thank you for your time. That's all the questions I have for you today.
Okay. Well, thank you for picking me.